Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening. I don't know where you are. I don't even know what state you're in. But merry, happy after Christmas. First game post-Christmas. Also our last Monday before the new year. I mean, this is just a very significant day in the whole scheme of things. No, it's the day where everyone's questioning why they ate and drank so much and who are we and what are these next 6 days about before the new year. I know. That was it Freudian? I don't think it was. Anyways, Paige, Gabe, we are here. We made it. Long weekend, odd weekend, because technically on the calendar, ton of sports being played across the board. And yet I feel like nothing actually happened. And the things that did happen were probably not so much to do with scoreboards as much as sort of either off the field or on the field entertainment. In the case of the football, we had your very rare in-team turmoil being played out in front of the cameras in an ass whooping that the Washington football team was suffering at the hands of the Dallas Cowboys. And it was between Payne and Allen, old college teammates, heated benches. They had flown in to Dallas. It's a very hot city. It was 80 degrees in Texas this weekend, and it's a dome. But I don't know if that's part of the pettiness sort of bled into this. And then the scoreboard just kept going up and up and up, and they were getting frustrated. But these two turned on each other. And of course, the cameras caught it. We had a poke and a punch. And I found that to be this weird moment in the sports this weekend and it happened last night where I was like, well, that was entertaining. Like, I don't know how dysfunctional you have to get or how angry or frustrated to start doing that, but I didn't hate it. And I don't know if that says more about me than them. Am I the only one that thought that was entertaining or?
Entertaining in that game. Not a lot else happening.
That's fair. It ended up being like 100-point blowout. So, and they're going to have to answer that. They already did. They said, brothers this, we're brothers, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter because you don't see it. And Payne seemed to like carry it on. I mean, this was in the first half, I believe. He seemed to carry on the fuming through the end of the game, which I respect. I respect the commitment to the anger. You also had a Joel Embiid, Montrezl Harrell moment, which is the gift that keeps on giving. I would watch a reality show with those two if given the opportunity. I think deep down they love each other, but they just don't know how to show it. And one of these days, one of them's actually going to throw a real punch. But I wouldn't hold your breath on that. And then there were some other things. There were a couple like taunting here and there. But again, I mentioned off the court, off the field, because for me, I mean, it's really just not a weekend without somebody doing something stupid. And whether it's Antonio Brown not understanding that you're going to have to answer questions. You can't just pretend like football goes on. Or in the case of LeBron James, tweeting out or posting a meme insinuating COVID, flu, and the cold are all the same thing. That one got me. That one pissed me off. Bad. A since deleted post. Because what is more ballsy than posting something uber controversial only to erase it minutes later, however many days later. Anyways, if you missed it, it was the old Spider-Man meme, the pointing at each other. Oh, it's you, it's me, it's us. And it was the flu, the cold, the COVID. And this was after the Spurs game in which they got their heinies handed to them. And they had, 12? Yeah, 12 players only available for that game. Now, this is not special to the Lakers. I think the Pistons playing the Spurs yesterday had, I believe, 9 players available to play. So this is not just a Lakers thing. I think what makes it a Lakers thing is that the Lakers are supposed to be better. And they are actually, if you've watched their games, lousy. It is not a fun team to watch. And they're starting to feel all that. LeBron probably feeling it more than everyone because he's the one that put the stupid team together. Now, that being said, the meme itself was so irresponsible. And these are those times where stop asking these guys anything important. Stop asking them what they think about the world. Stop asking them about their medical opinion. Stop asking them about China. You're never going to get an answer you want to hear. Why? That's not their forte. You want to know something about basketball? Go ask him that. But the thing about LeBron is he's put himself in this position where he's made himself the speaker on all matters global. And it is moments like this where you're reminded that is the dumbest damn thing you could have posted. Whether you believe it or not, that's fine. But he has 106 million followers. And so for those people who are actually still suffering, or family members who have suffered, or people who don't believe the severity of what this can be, and then you post something like that, basically validating all the stupid things they've already thought, well, good job. Now you're part of the problem. Your team sucks. I get it. You're frustrated. You did this to yourself. You decided to sign the cocoon roster and decide that was going to be the new thing for the Lakers, and it's not working. You got your asses handed to you by the Spurs, but P.S., the Spurs have also surprised a bunch of people, so you sit down with that one. And just look in the mirror, son. You're not a GM. You're a basketball player who manages some companies with a bunch of people around you, whatever you want to call that. Anyways, you're an idiot sometimes. I hate these posts. When I saw that post, I went, oh no. And then you delete it. I have a problem with deleting posts. I have also in my time tweeted or posted some stupid stuff, but then you find yourself in that weird position of, well, if I delete it, what does that mean? Like, I said it, I thought it, 106 million people already saw it. What's the point of deleting it now? Now you just look like dumb, but also a coward. So it's just like, it's kind of weird to me, but yeah, I don't know if somebody got to him. I'm always kind of curious when famous people delete things, if somebody got to them or if they had a moment of clarity. But I don't know about this case. That's such a stupid post. Such a stupid
it's
post.
just wrong. So I think this is a little bit different than posting something maybe that you are embarrassed by later. Like, I think this is, the disinformation is just so blatant that I think he's right to delete it in this case.
Yeah, but is the damage already done? Like,
probably.
That's the thing.
It's but I think leaving it out there
he's
is
not
worse.
the only one.
In
You're
this
probably
case,
right in this case.
Yeah.
Because now everyone can go back and go, see? But it's the idea that you're the only one frustrated with COVID or how this is being handled from sport to sport, and not just from sport to sport, from industry to industry, globally, from country to country, like from state to state, for God's sakes. You're not the only one. We are all exhausted. This whole thing has a never-ending finish line. This will never be over. This is our new normal, and how we deal with it from here on out is basically how well humanity is going to find itself. So to act like, I am so put out by this whole thing. We get it, dude. Nobody. Do you think people like buying basketball tickets just on a really stupid small scale and then showing up and seeing a bunch of dudes they could have watched at their local gym? No, that's not ideal. Or hockey shutting down, or football having 75 players go in and out and be frustrated. Everyone's frustrated. No one likes this. We're sick of masks. We're sick of all of it. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in now. So get over yourself. You still play a stupid game for a living. At the end of the day, the worst case scenario is the Lakers don't make the playoffs. Wah. None of it actually matters. And so to sit there and sort of just act like poor you is, well, it's on brand, really, for the person who posted it in the first place. It's very on brand. He's the most successful, most rich victim that's ever walked planet Earth. Merry Christmas. God. Sorry. But then, you know what? Just to like cleansing the palate after the LeBron thing, because by the way, I didn't even realize I had 2.5 million likes.
Yeah, it's hard to find now, but there's this.
Come on.
He deleted the post, but it's out there, and it's easy to find. LeBron deleted. It's that classic Spider-Man meme you're picturing, but with COVID, cold, and flu. Just go look it up if you aren't sure.
So basically saying all three of those are exactly the same. What's the difference? And sure, for some people, maybe their symptoms do feel like that, but for some, they don't. And it's just so blind and deaf to do something like that. And not only that, but if you've noticed, it sort of has opened the floodgates because other athletes are, kind of now chiming in. I think like Trae Young had to miss the Christmas Day game. Nobody wants to miss this, guys. Nobody. I don't want to watch crappy versions of sports. Like, I'd rather watch nothing, which is what I did for the last 2 years. And that wasn't so bad. But Stefon Diggs, there's your palate cleanser.
What'd he do?
Oh, wow. Well, I can't believe you don't know about this because you hate the Patriots. You dislike Pats fans. Mm-hmm. And so after a touchdown, he ran over to the sidelines and shared some kind words, some holiday spirits, if you will, but not only shared them, basically was like the you, F, F-ity, F, S, D.
Okay.
I believe it was. And you can hear it. I guess the question is, because you can hear it on Poog doesn't like it. Does he get fined for that? Like, how do we handle this one?
Yeah, when the cameras catch you doing stuff, you get fined for it. All the rest of the time, you can do it. You can tell everyone to go F themselves as long as there's no cameras around, and you're totally fine.
I mean, you could hear him like clear. It's awesome. It's awesome. Anyways, that's my palate cleanser. We should always have a palate cleanser at the end of a stupid segment, and then boom, poog. We're gonna take a quick break. I know I missed stuff this week because, well, I was kicking cheese wheels and whatnot. So we'll be back. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we could actually get back to. I know a lot of other things happened. Just doesn't feel like it. So you guys will keep me honest. What else? Paige and Gabe, now that I've finished ranting, what else did I miss?
I like the rant. I thought it was nice. Gabe, do you want to start?
Sometimes you need it.
Well, I think it's not anything we planned for, but I think the audience missed something that you need to fill us in on. You have been playing injured this whole time.
Yeah. So
what happened?
I would show you my foot, but it's disgusting. So I've been asking for a Parmesan wheel. I've wanted one forever, right? Because I want to do the whole like spaghetti and the yada yada. Yeah. So anyways, I did not know that my boyfriend got me one. I also did not know that when I was doing this stupid thing where I was going to kick a present, that was the present I kicked. It's 42 pounds and I was wearing flip-flops because remember it was 80. And it was an immediate like, oh no. And I'm pretty sure it's broken. I will go get it checked for sure here in a little while, but I've had things break before and I'm pretty sure that's what this is. And look, it's your foot. There's not a whole lot you can do. The issue, however, it's my right foot. I can't drive. I can't put another shoe on. I'm also just going to get fatter when I told myself I was going to start working out today hard. And then I go and do this to myself. So yeah, I'm an idiot. I do have a Parmesan wheel now, though, that I'm super excited about. When I eat it, I will remember this moment forever. So I'm an idiot. I would show it to you like a la Aaron Rodgers, but it's really bad.
It's not that type
it's
of
pretty
show.
Gross. No, and even like foot fetish people might not like it, so I wouldn't want to offend them.
Don't, come on.
Sorry, this is going
they
down
would like it.
wrong.
They would definitely like
Yeah,
it.
they would love it. Yeah, so I'm stupid.
Sorry, we just need to spend another minute or two on this. You got a 42-pound block of cheese?
Yes.
That was like
from Italy.
From Italy.
Like real like Parmigiano Reggiano. Yeah, it's probably like, you can't even see how my hands are going off thing. It's huge and beautiful. The whole thing now is you got to learn how to store it. Obviously, I might even buy its own refrigerator because I don't want it to get bad. So yeah, it's like it's.
But what? Sorry, Paige. Just one last question from me. I know you've probably got what. So it's huge and round.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know what you thought was inside the wrapping.
Well, it was in a box.
Okay.
So it's a big old box.
So
I
you were
don't know
going
what
to kick like a...
There it is.
How big a box did you just wind up and kick as hard as you could?
Well, it was basically the one that was right next to me. So I was like, do. And then and by the way, there were probably like 40, like everyone's presents were here. So there was a ton of wrap stuff. And I just happened to pick the only one that had the capability of crushing my foot. I mean, it's kind of, it's funny in the moment. It's not going to be funny an hour from now when I'm trying to do stuff. But in this moment, when I say it out loud, it is stupid.
I think you're breezing by the kicking presents thing too quickly, though.
Oh, I always kick. Y'all don't. Is that not a thing?
No. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I make stupid points and I go, well, kick a and and that's what I did. Oh. I mean, look, it's not going to make sense to anyone. I'll be honest with you. There was no alcohol involved. I should preface it with that. This was like in the morning. Not that I guess that means anything, but yeah, no, this was straight like me being so stupid. And then I guess the earth getting the last laugh.
So you could have, you're saying there's 100 gifts for the whole family. You could have kicked the thing with mittens or clothes or
socks. Could have kicked a box of socks.
Soft chew toy for a dog.
I mean, I might as well have just kicked my car. Like it just went. And even talking about it, I can it makes my face hurt a little bit. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping it's gone by tomorrow. But I don't
Beadle,
think it will be.
I have a memory. Help me out with this. I have a memory of you in Bristol, Connecticut.
Yep.
Slipping on ice or something happened in the middle. And for I don't know. It felt like a whole winter. You were just hobbling around with a cane or something, and we would walk by every famous person people recognize from ESPN, and they were like, "There's Beadle with her cane."
There's Beadle. No, it was a beautiful winter day in Bristol, and I had snow boots on. Like, in my defense, I'm not one of those idiots that wears heels and thinking I'm going to survive. No, I was wearing proper shoes, walking across campus, eating a cookie as one does, and I just slipped and it snapped my ankle. I have like a plate and 7 screws in there. And so for a while I had to I was on crutches, and then we could eventually get to the cane. I had really pretty canes, but it was a good memory. I remember Scott Van Pelt through the window thought I was like playing a joke on people because I was just laying in the courtyard. I couldn't get up. And then Herm Edwards came over and like gave me a little kiss on my forehead and was like, "It's gonna be okay, baby girl," because the ambulance had to drive up on the thing. I mean, look, when I go big. All right. None of this like I'm gonna wobble off by myself. No. We're gonna make a spectacle out of it and go a little bit extra.
See, I'm glad I asked because I forgot that Van Pelt spotted it and Herm Edwards was there, like the coach who comes out to midfield to
so cute,
show the love to his
like
player.
Our buddy Matt Katanic was like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And when I dropped the cookie, this was the weird part. I dropped the cookie and it was like snow on the ground. So the thing sunk to the bottom and it had like icing on it. And when the snow melted, there was an icing stain that like some people on tours would be that was like, and they're like, "Well, Michelle Beadle fell down there once." And that was the cookie that like
broke her
That's
fall.
the part I remember is
it's like sweet.
One of us, and I don't remember who, went and drew you in chalk. And there was this Beatles dead body laying in the middle of campus in Bristol for the spring that year.
It's a dumb injury, but then you like when you try to move at all, you just can't, it's weird. It's such a stupid injury. It seems like nothing, but it affects everything. Injuries are dumb. I'm so over it already. It's already been 12 hours. I'm over it. No, it's been 24 probably.
Well,
anyways,
I'll segue us then. You know who has tons of dumb injuries beyond just LeBron self-inflicted wounds with his social media posts? The Lakers, because his super team is just banged up because they're old and they're injury prone. I guess I'm allowed to say that. But also, this is just a weird stat filled with lots of confusing numbers and terms, but maybe you can make sense of this to me. I saw this. Russell Westbrook he was 4 of 15 in the restricted area on Christmas. Okay? 11 misses are tied for the most in any game by a guard in the last 10 seasons. Why can't he shoot next to the basket? Why does he have to slam it into the hoop or miss?
God, it's so hard. Look, I know he's so polarizing. I know people love to hate or love to love. I'm one of those that I'm entertained by him all the time. And I don't know. I think he's so excited and athletic and competitive, which is weird because the competitive part you would think would sort of gear him or turn him towards a different strategy that would maybe be more effective, but it doesn't seem to work that way for him. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if in his mind that's just harder and more entertaining. But when you look at those numbers that you just said out loud, none of that's entertaining. That's just bad basketball. And I'm not an analytics person, and I don't even think you have to be to understand the numbers you just said out loud. Those are not high percentage moments.
It's just math.
It's just math. It's math and science, guys. That's what it is.
So are they basically
closer, easier?
You just got a good look at the Lakers because you cover the Spurs. So are they basically screwed? Can we just? I mean, am I in danger here as a LeBron fan and a Lakers fan?
Yeah, I don't think there's a light switch. And look, maybe I'll be wrong. Probably not. I just don't think that this is like other years where you can count on a light switch turn whenever you feel like it. Because not only are they older and seemingly dysfunctional at times, they don't play like a team a lot. Like you can even watch, and I'm not trying to just be a Spurs person right now, but when I watch the Spurs, they're not going to go win the championship, but they are fun to watch and they play like a team. Like it actually looks like each of them knows where the other one's going to be or where they're supposed to be. And it just doesn't feel like that with the Lakers. And maybe that's because it's too many big names. I have no idea, but I don't think the switch is getting turned. I think other teams are too good.
Okay. That bummed me out. Really?
Why is my dog crying? I know, he's crying too, and he's not even a Lakers fan.
Maybe he kicked like a little polio string cheese or something.
Whatever he did, he's over here like, hey.
One of those little baby bells.
He loves those. That's how he takes his medicine.
Aww.
I don't know why he's crying. Anyways, go on.
Okay, I'll go. It was a huge day, a massive day, pun intended, for fat guy touchdowns yesterday.
Yes!
Huge. It was the best.
It's the perfect holiday treat.
Yes. Marshall Newhouse was very funny. He called it the fattening referred to as the thick six. We had 3 linemen who caught touchdowns, 3, if you can believe it. And then 1 defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence, who is under 300 pounds. So is it a fat guy touchdown? I don't know. But he had a very impressive pick 6. So we'll loop him in there for 4.
I feel like under 300 pounds, when you have to say under 300 pounds, I feel like that still counts, right? It's not under 200, it's 300.
Yeah, no, but in the NFL, there's so many over 3 that I think that's where it gets fun.
Yeah, under 3 is not a fat guy.
What?
Not if you're a professional athlete.
But he's a big guy. How about he's more thick? Yeah, we'll go thick.
Yeah, he kind of. But I mean, it's like enormous muscles.
Oh my God. Are we going to just... I feel like I'm the page of this day.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Like...
Nobody said Snoop Dogg this time. What's the...
Like, I know, and I just don't understand. Like,
do you think it's cheese? Did he hear cheese?
What, that he wants cheese? Or that he heard the word? Yeah. No, he's deaf. He can't hear anything.
Sorry.
That's why I'm laughing. And he already had breakfast. I'm over these dogs. I'm so over all of them. I think it was Golic. God, Golic had a big tweet weekend. Because I was like fattening, fighting. Like, yeah, there was all kinds of stuff. Maybe I just only followed Golic this weekend.
Yeah, I think Golic tends to spot the good stuff. He's a little cheat code for us in putting this rundown together. Thank you, Mike Jr.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks,
the
Junior.
algorithm keeps feeding us your tweets. We appreciate it.
It really does. Like, no matter what.
Maybe this came from Mike Golic Jr. I don't know.
Oh, God.
But apparently, not just one guy, but lots of people were looking at the logo on the Fox game between the Browns and the Packers and thought, why is the Browns logo a bunny rabbit pushing a
grocery cart?
Yeah, cart or some kind of cane thing? What is going on with the bunny rabbit and the Browns logo, Beadle?
So I obviously I went and looked. I'll never not see it again, which is kind of amazing. I have no idea. I don't live on the dark web, so I don't know if this has a hidden meaning that we don't know about.
Oh, you think
dark
maybe
web?
we're accidentally spreading something?
Some Illuminati type message, or I don't know. What do rabbits with grocery cart? Is that symbolic? I have no idea. Somebody thinks I'm serious, by the way. She's stupid. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll never not see it again. And I don't know who originally saw that or how we didn't, but kudos to them.
So this one is really not great for an audio format, but please go search for Browns logo rabbit walker. So what's going on here is that the helmet, which is just a color, matches the color of the team in the graphic, and so you can't even see. It's like one of those magic eye things. Like you can't even. I can't
not see it.
Right. So all you see is
like
the
a
black.
jackrabbit, like a big ass rabbit.
But who kicked a wheel of cheese and can't walk now and needs a walker.
Shut up. Like I can't even get up to shut the dog up. That's how bad this is. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Until further notice.
We'll get you one of those
whoever
scooters.
saw that.
Should they change their name? Because they're terrible. They need some sort of rebrand in Cleveland.
To what?
I don't know. The injured bunnies?
Rabbit carts?
Yeah.
I mean, rabbits is cute regardless. I'm not against rabbits of any sort being named. But yeah, I don't know what you change it. That's a lot of merch. I got to buy a lot of new merch. Cleveland Browns. Yeah, you're not really losing anything by losing Browns.
Or just they need like a mascot-y type thing anyway. So make it a hobbled rabbit.
Yeah, but you can make it a scary rabbit. It's the grocery cart.
Scary rabbit?
Why does this rabbit have a grocery cart?
Did someone at Fox do this on purpose? Like some associate producer was like, this will be funny. I'll just make it the same color.
I feel like that's one of those things where it's just obvious only after the fact. And now you're like, oh my God, how did I not see that? I don't think you lose your job over it. I think it's funny. It's not phallic. Like this could have been way worse.
That's true.
Way worse.
True. To be clear, I don't want the person to lose their job. I want them to get a promotion.
No, God, no. Right? I want them to do all the graphics.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, please hide more weird images in your graphics.
Yeah, tell me more.
By the way, the real winner on the Fox football crew, once I say this, you're going to notice this forever. It's the guy who picks the music for bumps to break at random times. Like you notice it when it's like some big thematic thing, like a Christmas Day game and they're playing, Bruce Springsteen, Christmas music. But on like a random Sunday game or Thursday night game, they'll play like these deep cut, like Fish songs That you
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some guy on the board there.
I would never know.
He knows that nobody is paying attention to what he's doing, and he's just having his playlist is just out there. I don't know what's
happening. I wonder who it is.
I don't know
How
who
do
it is.
we
I'm
not
sure
know who
I've met
it
this
is?
guy, but he's just he's on it, man. He's better than Spotify.
I'll be honest. I'm a Red Zone person, so I barely hear any of it. I barely hear announcers at this point. It's all Scott Hansen all the time in this house. But kudos to Fish, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
Not for me.
What else?
Fish is not for me.
No, it's too long. We're all gonna die before that song's
20
over.
minutes.
I can't. Yeah, it's not that kind of world.
Okay, all right. This could be its own
jam band.
Okay, this got our attention yesterday for, I think, got everyone's attention, but ours for a different reason. So, a fan, I believe she was a server at a restaurant. She wanted an autograph and a picture of Jets quarterback Zach Wilson for her son, who is a Jets fan. Which is very cute. It's a nice awe moment, and Zach obliged. And but instead of just giving her the autograph and the picture, he gifted her, gifted her, with tickets to the Jets game later that day. They did beat the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Who have yet to win an away game, which I thought was a fun fact.
That's fair.
But our question was, is this a gift or more of a burden?
Oh, you guys are the worst. Seriously? This kid probably had the time of his life and got to see a win with his favorite team, which starts the optimism cycle all over again. So they get you right back in. You're right. In the middle of the spider web that is fandom. Come on. You didn't have to do all that.
We spawned dozens more Jets fans.
Right? There might even be like a whole 2 or 3 more fans now as a result of this beautiful moment. I mean, look. Yeah. Would I want him? No. But I am a cynical jerk who'd rather sit on their couch. But for a kid whose favorite team's quarterback, oh yeah, this is a non-forget moment forever. You guys are jerks.
This is child abuse.
Oh my God.
And
you're the worst.
Now this poor child who did nothing wrong is now going to be afflicted with being a Jets fan for the rest of his life. And every time he starts to think, let me do the right thing and bail on these losers, he's going to remember the time the rookie quarterback was sweet to his family and got him the great tickets to the game. And he's be like, I can't give up on these guys. You can't. Look at what they did for me. And he's going to forget my age. He's going to be 70, 80, 90, and still rooting for these losers.
What is wrong with you?
This moment changed this young man's life for the worse forever.
Forever. The Christmas of 21. Never forget.
Yeah. All because his mom tried to be friendly, and then it ruined it. Ugh.
Hey, at least his mom knew who he was. I don't know. I don't know for $100 I could tell you if I was in the restaurant with Zach Wilson right now. I'm not sure I could.
No. Unless
there was commotion. And then I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, no. I'm like, oh, that seems like a nice boy.
All right, let's move to another lovable man, not boy. Zach Wilson looks like a little boy. This guy looks like a full-grown man. Everybody's favorite champ at one point. I don't know if he still is. A former heavyweight champ, Andy Ruiz, was training and mistakenly hit his trainer clean. Just nailed him. Do you think they exchanged Christmas gifts after this?
I mean, but he gives him a hug.
Yeah.
He makes sure he's okay. Sure. Look, that's the gig. To be a sparring partner and or trainer in any sort of contact fighting sport, dude, that's the gig. And I'm sure he gave him something nice because he did go over there, immediately realized I probably did that too hard.
Health insurance.
Yeah, well, I don't know how that works, actually.
Well, thank God
caught his trader.
Thank God he punched him instead of putting a singular finger into his face and lightly pushing on his forehead.
Thank you.
Much better to just punch him.
He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Yeah, it's a good little video too, because those are some hard punches, by the way. Note to self: never ever get punched in the face, ever.
Avoid that.
I think we got to take a quick break. We'll be back. Wrap things up. Learn a couple more things, maybe. Maybe I'll kick something else with my left foot and see how that goes. Welcome back. This is our post-Christmas. I'm gonna wear sweatpants for the next 6 months. I just stop. All right. I missed anything else?
Couple things.
Probably.
So
maybe.
We touched on this earlier in the show. COVID is decimating rosters right and left. The New Orleans Saints are not unique in this fact. However, they are unique in that they have a recently retired, certainly first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback in their ether. So it sounds like they might have done a little reach out and said, "Hey, Drew, what you doing?" And unfortunately for them, he responded with a picture of himself golfing.
Yeah, no, there's no. So that's been the kind of I don't want to say fun, but an interesting side story to all of this is that basketball obviously has embraced this whole signing. Well, they have to. I mean, if you don't have enough dudes, you don't have enough dudes. And so you need people and bodies and all that. So some names are getting drudged up from the past and you're just kind of like waiting to see, I saw a thing the other day, it was like, Kendall Gill's ready. Like it would be awesome to start seeing some of those guys. Because look, we've seen all these guys. Most of them are TV analysts now, and they all look like they could still go out there and give you 20 minutes. So I'm all in if that starts to happen. Football is a different story because for Drew Brees to go back out there means you're basically just asking to be pummeled again over and over. And that's just not, he's got his commercials now and some TV stuff and the golf. Yeah, no, there's no way. And I don't think it would be as fun, right? Like, I don't think it would be as fun to see names come in and get hurt as it is to watch names that we grew up with maybe start to play a little bit of basketball just to get us through this thing. I'm all in on the basketball side, but Drew Brees, no way. No way. Adrian Peterson's the only one crazy enough and still like hungry enough to want to keep doing this.
Yeah, he'll also die in football too.
That's fair. He'll be 80.
He's like physically unbelievable. You know what they could have done with Drew Brees? And what I would like if like two teams, let's say two teams get in the situation the Saints are in, where there's just no quarterbacks left, and this is going to happen in the last couple of weeks. They could hire Drew Brees like it's a when like somebody had an older brother and they play like he's all-time QB. So whichever team was on offense, that guy was the quarterback because he was the best at throwing it.
Love it.
But so it's Brees, all-time QB, but he's wearing his Wranglers and no pads. So like no sacking the quarterback, but it's just
you can't touch him.
Him just zinging it all around the yard for both teams.
I mean, it would sell tickets. People would definitely watch.
I would rather watch that than a Saints game.
I don't think you're wrong, and I don't think you'd be in the minority in that statement, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm back in.
All right.
I'm going to kill this dog.
Okay, this is going to set you up. We're talking New Year's resolutions in a very unexpected way. So after the Patriots got their asses kicked by Josh Allen and America's Bills, thank you very much, Buffalo. Some poor person was given the assignment of going to the post-game press conference and asking Bill Belichick a non-football question after he lost. Here's either the sound of it or I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
All right. So the question was, where is it?
It's cringe. It's cringe, isn't it?
But
it's cringe.
The absolute best part to me before Gabe was pulling up is that she says, "Football aside," which is like,
football
look
aside,
around, ma'am. There's no football aside.
But doesn't she have like kind of an apologetic vibe as she starts it?
Yes.
Like she knows.
Yes.
So who made her do it?
I don't know. That assignment editor either has like a very perverse sense of humor or hates her.
And why does it have to be a woman? Like, come on.
It does kind of make us look bad.
Oh,
of course
that's where you guys took that. Okay.
Well,
yeah, of course it is. Might as well have been like, if you were a tree, what tree would you be? Like, that's the same dumb, stupid question. You realize that's why I left Access Hollywood. It's because they wanted me to go to Super Bowl and ask those questions, and I just couldn't do it. Not that I'm a serious journalist by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just not my thing. And I'm an idiot. So imagine.
You're like, I can't get to the Super Bowl to ask stupid questions like that. Besides, I can't come. I kicked a giant Parmesan cheese wheel.
Yeah, and more importantly, but you know what? I will say this. Is it me? Or did Belichick seem to handle that in a much softer, nicer way than we are used to? I thought he was going to snap.
I think he spotted on this person. Oh, you're not actually one of them. You're not one of those jerks who's always here asking me hard questions I hate answering.
Right.
You are genuinely just in this terrible spot, so I'm not going to make this harder on you. And I think he has like a tiny shred of empathy somewhere inside of him, and he used it up. Like that was it for 2021.
Yeah.
That was his moment.
You know what? That's why the Pats aren't going to win the Super Bowl. Bill's gone soft.
He's cracking.
Bill has gone soft.
Yeah, it's over. Sorry, Patriots fans.
It's over. I feel like we made some good, bold predictions today.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Bill Belichick doesn't. Do you?
I'd like to stop getting fatter. Maybe we'll start there. But now I have a broken foot.
Arm bike.
So I guess I just won't do that. No, I think I'm going to try to do more. I think that'll be it. Like to not say I'm going to do things, and then I just want to start doing more. I mean, that's every year, really. That should be every day, but like stop wasting time kind of a thing. Right? So that's a good one. Why? Do y'all have, you don't have resolutions, do you? I don't want to call them that because then you're going to fail.
I'm going to be more present.
Ooh.
At all times. I'm using
that's a good one.
It's like a yoga word. I'm gonna do that.
Your presence
I'm not.
That is a good one.
I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna do that.
Wait, we still have a couple shows left before this. We actually could come up with some good ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll work on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's it for us today. We do have a couple more shows this week. We should probably get dressed up for New Year's because when else are we going to? If you would like, please listen, subscribe, review. Do I say any of those words correctly? Subscribes, and drops. Review, listen, subscribe, tell your friends, all of those things. Paige, Gabe, my name is Michelle. We'll be back this week.
Bye.